Hi, everybody. My name is Justina Soska. I'm the founder of Women in Blockchain Canada, and I'm here with Sabir to talk about the amazing work he's done in the ecosystem for Solana and the hackathons he's attended. So, hi, Sabir. How are you doing today?
Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Like, how you're doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good today, actually. I'm pretty excited to learn about how you ended up, getting into the Solana ecosystem and your background as well in development work.
Yeah, so basically, like, I'm still a college student. So I'm a B.Tech computer science student. Currently in my like final year, it would be over this year. But as I have my background in technical aspect also, so I started out as a like all engineers that do like started with TSA and things. So in 2021, when blockchain paradigm was coming up, so I started to looking upon those tech alliance things. So I started with Ethereum. So I was previously ETH aligned. I was learning about Ethereum because at that time Solana was not that booming, and Solana launched in 2020 also. So it was too new, and I was learning about blockchain at first hand. So I was going through Ethereum, and I did wrote a bunch of things there. But in 2022, I shifted to Solana, and I was exploring. Like I was not kind of like seeing opportunities there, but I was exploring all the ecosystem that are available. Like I worked on Ethereum, worked on little bit on Polygon. Then I wanted to like Solana was buzz that time because Solana has low gas fees and all. So at that time, I just know that it has low gas fees, and I started exploring that, and I like got into. I was got like I started as a dev there. I was not like first hand user in Solana, but I started out as a dev and I started exploring things to like build around. And by the time 2023 started, there was a major hackathon going on, like Sandstop. So I was not able to participate in that. But after that, in Feb 2023, GrizzlyThon was announced. So it was the largest Solana hackathon, and I had previous experience in building websites, apps, and smart contract writing and all. So we and me and like few bunch of other people's like collaborated on a project, Speedwave, and we won that hackathon, GrizzlyThon. We won like the second spot in payment track of the hackathon. So after that, like we worked on Speedwave, and I left Speedwave to join Proto. And after that, I also worked on some side projects also. Like one of them is I know Sports, that ticket booking by supporting NFT exploring on Solana. And one was Breezy Mint Lab that was supporting Pop Dispenser on Solana. And we also won the only possible on Solana hackathon by working on Proto also. And currently I'm still working on Proto, and we have launched like 2 weeks back, and it is getting good response, and we are still developing it, and we are like making it more better and like giving back to the communities. So yeah, that was my journey that I started out.
And in simple words, what would you explain is proto and how you think it will change the ecosystem?
Yeah, Proto can be considered as like decentralized mapping platform. So we have OSM and all, but those are not rewarding enough, and those are not like maintained correctly. So we are like a decentralized mapping platform, and yeah, we are like looking forward to incentivize the users and like daily users to get more. Like in India, the condition of map is very bad. So we wanted to like get along that, and we wanted to provide better service for that. So we are incentivizing the users, and we are making the better feature for the maps, especially in India, in USA also, but we are mostly target is Indians.
I see. Okay, great. Thank you. And then for someone, who's coming into the ecosystem, how would you tell them to get started? You said you went from Ethereum, you came into this ecosystem. What are the resources and tools people can use?
Yeah, so first thing is, if you are coming from Ethereum, it would be a little bit different to start on Solana because Ethereum architecture is different than Solana developer architecture. So you first need to like get familiar with Solana account systems, Solana like developer perspective. You have to like get along that. You have to firstly get clear the basic of Solana and how it works. After that, like in ETH, we have Solidity for writing smart contracts and all. In Solana also, we write smart contract using Rust. There is one framework also, Anchor. So you have to use them. and there are like pretty much one build space course is there and one salt dev course is there. So if you want to like, you can start with those courses, but what I suggest is to like just start building and you will get the things right away. You don't need to like get through all the theories and all. Just start building and you will get the things on the right way, on the right times. Yeah.
So your suggestion is to just end up building and looking things up as you go along,
Yeah, yeah,
and then learning that way versus doing the, step 1 to 10 approach. Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you feel like, is it easy then for people to look up these stacks of code?
So, like, what I've seen is learning experience is better when we are building something. When we are going through some course and all, we are following that structures, and we are purely dependent on that structure, and whatever is there, we will be like got to know about those things only. But when you are building something, when you are building a project or we are building a product, you will get to know about like you will come across a very custom use case and very niche use case. So you have to go through the documentation, you have to go through some code example that are available online. You have to use GPT-4, you have to use Copilot, and by that way you will learn a lot compared to like just going through one course. So this is my belief that you should have one idea that you want to build. It can be anything, it can be very basic project also. You just have to like start building upon that and you will learn most of the thing along the way building the projects. So yeah, it is my personal advice, but yeah, if you like want to follow the course, there are two courses. One is by BuildSpace and one is by Soltech. So whatever you want, you can go.
Well, and the interesting thing is to me is, how did you end up, how can people get support while they're going through this kind of process?
Yeah, so like Solana community is very active compared to ETH. So you can like ask on Twitter, ask on Discord. I would suggest get join Super Team Discord or get like one there are multiple Discord channels for that. Like there is one Solana Devs Discord channel and there are Super Team. The most useful Discord community is like Super Team. So you have to join that and you can put anything there help wanted and there are like thousands of people there to help you out like for any use case like if I'm building something today, someone has built like 2 to 3 months back, so they are there to help you, like they will guide you. And so I think like Discord and Twitter are the best way to like get help from the communities and from the people around.
And specifically on, I know this super team Discord, I will be attaching it in the
Yeah.
links in the YouTube and online. But when you say Twitter, do you mean like the super team Twitter, or like where exactly would someone go?
No, just like you can follow 2 to 3 Solana devs, or you can tag like some developers from the ecosystem and they will like reach out to. In Twitter, maybe it is not possible for everyone. That's why I'm saying like Discord is the best. You tag developer there, they will be there to help you out. So better to have 2 to 3 platforms than just dependent upon one. So yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for giving me that insight as well. And then in terms of, what do you think is like a pain point when trying to build within the Solana ecosystem?
So it is very common, like Solana is still in the building process. So there are not a lot of documentation. You will not find each and everything according to now. Like if you have you don't have any perfect documentation here. I won't say perfect. You don't have any complete documentation here. So that's why you have to grind a lot. So Solana has this tag, chewing glass. So it is that only like you have to work around a lot. You have to like get around, you have to find out on your own most of the time because documentation is not great and it is fairly new. So you have to like, that's why communities are very important. So you will get through that, but you need to be with the right set of people around, otherwise it will be very difficult. So but yeah, that's the main thing that lacks in Solana right now according to me.
Yes, it is. That's what we're looking for here. And in terms of the emerging trends you're seeing in the ecosystem, can you speak to that a bit as well?
Yeah, so like DeFi is like the oldest one, but I'm still like, excited about that. I always learn about DeFi and like in Solana ecosystem there is one trend come. compressed NFT. It is achieved by account abstractions. So I am fairly excited about that, and I have worked around a lot on that technology. So I also want to contribute in this field also, and kind of like one hackathon is going on in Feb, I think in Feb, from today or from tomorrow, I don't remember. But one like compressed NFT based hackathon is going to start. So I'm looking forward to contribute something there. If not, I'm just like two of my projects are like based on CNFT also, both Breezy Mint and Spots. So they involve NFT ticketing. So I am kind of like I enabled compressed NFT. So like CNFTs and DeFi, I'm like mostly excited about them. I always learn about these things and these things.
I didn't know that it involved account abstraction. So, I mean, does that mean like is there anything that you've seen so far where so people when you say account abstraction, does it mean like the ease of signing on and not even having to create a wallet has already been dealt with? Or
No, by account abstraction. So I assumed like people know about Solana. So there is like it is different from Ethereum. So everything on Solana is an account. Wallet is an account also, and everything on Solana it works on account. So by account abstraction, what we mean is like we are using Merkle trees, and we are just storing the Merkle root on chain. So it is reducing the cost. So we are like referring to that as account abstraction, but yeah, still like that passkey thing is still on the work that we're talking about. We don't need to store the keys and all. But right now, that is not account abstraction. Account abstraction is different.
I see.
So
So
that's why I said like
definition.
you need to like get through the Solana account model and Solana programming model specifically because it is very different from other chains.
Okay. Well, when you say that for me and um this idea, I mean for many, I think when it comes to data storage and what you're explaining, and I think maybe that's another interview on that alone, the technology behind using mathematics to like optimize data storage and like the use cases. I actually wanted to do a paper on that myself because I think
Yes.
things like that was supposed to be a way, it's in any block. Solana is already very efficient. So it's like, how do you make something that's already so efficient and cheap, even cheaper for people to use, right? When it comes to storing information, like what you said, because what you're doing is you're just storing like that one piece using the proof, and like the data can be like almost like not off chain, but like on a secondary layer,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
But anyway, we'll save that for I think maybe another call. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back to my questions, but I think that is a also for me, that's something I'm very excited about, having transactions that are like 0.001 cent or storage
Yeah.
that's 0.001.
Actually, I have written one paper on that thing only, account abstraction and compressed NFT in Solana, but I haven't published it, but I will share with you that paper for sure.
Well, maybe what we could do, yeah, and I think your paper will be probably much more technical. Mine would be more like a
Yes.
blog article that breaks it
Yeah, yeah.
for people to
Yes,
understand
yes.
in like metaphorical ways, like what's going on, and maybe like you said, how to compare it, but also the use cases. I think that focus right now is so NFT heavy, but for me,
Mhm.
I'm also an advisor at a company called Ubiquity, and they store insurance records on the blockchain. So for me, this could be like, and that's what I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of articles, and they're like, oh, we're gonna store NFTs, and that's great. But like, I'm like, why aren't you guys looking at all the other use cases? Like, because data storage on blockchain is a problem. Most blockchains aren't storing the data on the blockchain. You're always storing and pointing it to like the centralized internet. So anyway, for me, that's a whole other thing, but I think that it's super important to be able to have that linkage anyway between the blockchain and the databases, but also to make it like cheap and usable for real world assets, you know? which I think people are not talking about enough. We're still in that like art and NFT, which I think is great, but I'm like, let's not forget like real estate, insurance, and all these
Yes.
other archaic industries that could be brought onto the blockchain. So with that said, let me know about what you think the kind of collaboration and support you've come into in the ecosystem and how you ended up finding it.
Yeah, so what I've seen is the community is very, very supportive. Like if you want any help related to your projects, your anything, like if you want to start, you know nothing. Community is very, very helpful, and like community is very engaging also. For example, I didn't know like the basics of Solana, so I just tweeted out, and one person, hey Ayush, he just like messaged me like, bro, this is the resources, you can go through this and you will understand and all. He just referred me course also, but I wasn't a course guy, so I started exploring on my own only. But yeah, community is very supportive, and I mentioned like Super Team DAO Discord server. It is also like very, very important. So if you need any help related to your projects, your doubts, everything is being cleared here, not just technical. There are some like on community side also. So everything is covered there. So support is very, very high from the community, and most of the time your doubts will be get resolved there, and people are there to support you, and if you want to start and if you want to do something. So yeah, like community is very, very supportive. For me, it has been like very, very great support.
And in terms of excitement and vision for the future, what are you excited about? And also, how do you see yourself building in the space?
Yeah, so my personally, I love to like I love to build products. So I just want myself to be in that zone only, like just building product. I'm not that like founder mentality guy. I just want to like build under someone and build the products. And I just want to work at like I'm currently working on layer level, but I want to like work on protocol level right now. I'm like looking into that, and I'm just, and as I told you, like DeFi is the thing that I'm looking forward to and I'm excited about as always. And NFTs I have explored a lot, but DeFi is I'm like currently getting in and like exploring a lot and building some protocols there. So yeah, like mostly my focus right now is to like work on protocol level, and like first priority is to ship proto and like build it and ship it like daily on the daily basis, and like serve the users and improve the experience and like contribute to them. So yeah, like these are my priorities as of now.
And what is the advice you would give for aspiring developers?
Yeah, like just keep building, man. Like, just don't stop. Like doesn't matter like where you are, where what you know and what you like, what you can do. Just start building whatever you know. You will like get through things. Like you can't see what is there for you like from now, but if you keep building and if you just keep shipping, you will get there like surely. So I was at the same position back then also, but I kept building and I did some progress. So surely they will also. So yeah, my advice would be to just keep building. Whatever you can, just keep building. Just don't stop.
Okay. And what is the most rewarding part of being in this ecosystem?
Most rewarding part for me, it is different. For me, I always wanted to work on like I always wanted to work with closely teams and like small team of people, and they are like building something and they are shipping something. So for me, that was the thing that I always wanted to do, and here I can experience that like I am working on like 2 to 3 fields simultaneously. I'm not just related to doing backend. I'm not just doing smart contract. I'm doing everything, and like rewarding part would be, yeah, like airdrops maybe, like I don't know, like for me it would be, for me mostly it is like building products. It has always been, and these are just byproducts that the rewards we get, like we do some bounty and we got rewards and all. So these are byproducts, but for me you get to build products and see people using it, like, so yeah, that for me it has been that.
So are you saying that some of the things you build during the hackathons, you're already seeing people use them?
Yeah, the proto app is being used by like people, and they are like it is like in very heavy usage right now. Like, people are using that to map out their areas and they are attending Mapathon and all using Proto. So yeah, like people are using, and Splitwave which is still in the like launching process. More than 1,000 people like waitlisted for that. I'm not associated with Splitwave, but still that product will be used by thousands of people again. So yeah, like people are using and you are getting response upon that. Yeah, it's better, like most rewarding feeling for me. People are using my programs.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for the time today. And
Thank you, man.
I'm always happy to talk to people who are building in a space and doing things. And I think the advice you gave the audience is pretty simple. Just get going, and then you'll figure
Yes.
things out as you go along. And in the Discord server, where would people post their questions? Like, if some
Yeah, there is
or
one there
Mhm.
is one help wanted channel. They can post there. And there are like self-explanatory channels are also there. So they can just go there and post their queries and all. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to say goodbye and pause the recording now. One moment.